Good morning, welcome to the Professor Maima Show. Hope you are doing wherever watching me around the world. This is a comedy show for your own enjoyment. Please subscribe, share and like this video. So today I'm in a construction site. I want to show you this house a bit. This two-bedroom, this one of the rooms you can see. This is one of the rooms here that I'm showing you. So this is one of the rooms. So I want to talk about the Kenyan Gen Zs lost opportunity. As you are aware, the Kenyan Gen Zs went on the streets and then they went and fought, demonstrated against the finance bill. Then the finance bill was thrown out. After it was thrown out, even the cabinet was dissolved. And then the president called for national dialogue. But see there, the Kenyan Gen Zs did not, they had the power then, but they refused to take what the government was offering. They refused. They will continue demonstrations. And me in one of my videos that said, these Kenyan Gen Zs need to take their power and do several things. Number one, come up with their own demands, several demands. Like number one, the new cabinet should have new people, entirely new, no recycling. That was what I talked about, the Kenyan Gen Zs. Then number two, they should ask for the police reforms. The police should be reformed. For being a police force should be a police service. That's what I said. But the Kenyan Gen Zs did not take that demand. So next, number three was the task force. There should be a task force on creation of employment. And many Gen Zs will have formed that task force so that they can come up with better ways of creating jobs. We have several ideas, which I've always said agriculture is a silver bullet. There should be free education from primary to university so that more people have knowledge to actualize their skills and talent. That's another point. So that's what I was talking about. And lastly, the council that the president said they will have accepted. Yes, let's have a council to talk about Kenya, the way forward, better ways of representation, even that will have led to change of the constitution. That was coming. You see. So that's what I'm talking about. That council will have led to the change of the Kenyan constitution. So that once the Kenyan constitution is changed, it will mean we'll have, first of all, less counties, from 47 maybe even to half 24. We'll have made these women rep positions which don't make sense, will have been thrown out. It will have meant that we have less MPs. It will have meant that even the salary of our political leaders is capped, isn't it? So that's what I'm saying. Kenyan Gen Zs lost opportunity. They had power, but the absolute power corrupts absolutely. So they were saying the president had to go, but they never thought what would happen. Because whoever would have taken over would just be more of the same. That's what I'm saying. The Kenyan Gen Zs lost opportunity. They had a chance to reform the country, but they lost it. But that is not lost. For now, I've said go back to your spaces, Twitter space, neighborhoods, jobless corners, because most youth don't have jobs, and come up with three things. Number one, on top of my head, is that there should be free education. Education, CBC is killing the future generation. Say you want educational reform, CBC has to go. Let's have education. Let's go back to 844. In fact, should do CBC, cancel CBC, bring back 844. Number one. Number two, let's have free education from nursery to university, so that people have knowledge, and also this will free up more funds for other things. Then number three, let's have agriculture. Let the government invest heavily in agriculture, free seeds, free fertilizer, so that now when the farmers produce, they always repeat. It's as if I'm playing a guitar to the gods. When more farmers produce more crops, what normally happens is that when more crops are produced, the prices go down, everyone can afford food. Once they start affording food, then they move on to value addition. And this value addition should be private sector. Like for example, from Busia County, we grow cotton. A private company comes, starts processing cotton. Now, the county government is to ensure that farmers produce, facilitates them to produce more cotton, and then the government, through the Ministry of Labor, ensures that this private investor plays by the rule, pays the employees well, give them all the benefits. Now there is the government acting as a legislation. The problem in Kenya is that we give our politicians more money and we don't, and the professionals zero. It should be reversed. Let that private sector will be the profession. Then let the county government, who are the politicians, do legislation. Let the Ministry of Labor do oversight. When you employ employees, there should be ways you should treat them. You should treat them in a good way, and you should ensure that they live well, and they have better pay, they have better benefits. That's what I'm talking about. Kenyan Gen Zs, they lost opportunity. They had a great opportunity, but they lost it. Yes, but it's not lost. They should go back to their spaces, start coming up with the ideas. And those are just my ideas on what they should do: free education, agriculture, a change of CBC to 844. Just start with those ones. And then after that, go to number 4 next year, start on another one, IBC, voter registration. Let every Kenyan who reaches 18 have an ID. In fact, let me put it this way. Every person who is a Kenyan, whether you are a child, an adult, should have an ID. And this ID should be given at birth. And then when you die, it's deleted. So these things of people going to Huduma Center for IDs is just nonsense. We are in the 21st century. Things are digital. You cannot tell me that you can not register 50 million Kenyans in one day. We can. And then you go to a bank, they do the process for you, your ATM within a minute, within 10 minutes. Our government cannot tell me that it cannot say, okay, let's do what the courts want, because these things are in courts. We say we are registering people because we want to give them free medical care, we want to give them free education. Even if someone goes to court, the court will overrule, say these people need to be citizens to get these services. Not just wake up one day, want to register people. How? Say, we want to register people because we want to give free medical care, we want people to get free education, and they have to be Kenyan citizens. And we have passed it in parliament. In fact, the Kenyan constitution says that the government should provide free education, free medical care, and all that. So that's why I'm saying Kenyan Gen Zs, they lost opportunity, and all is not lost. So this is what I'm talking about. I'm here in the construction site, there you are seeing, and forming my video here as we wait for the day to continue. You can see the noise, the hammering, yes. So that's why I'm talking about Kenyan Gen Zs, they lost opportunity. When you have an opportunity, you seize it. I told you this power is short term. Now the president is gaining upper hand. Sooner or later, everyone will be supporting the president, because the people of ODM who are in government, the opposition, they are going to reform the country. Very simply, they are going to lower taxes. They are going to ensure that more people, civil servants, start getting more pay. And then they'll also ensure that there's free education up to Form 4. That's the first thing they'll do. And then who'll come out smelling like roses? Who'll be the big winner? President William Samoei Ruto. And that one can take to the bank. That's what I'm saying. Kenya Gen Zs, they lost opportunity. They should have thought about things. When you're the upper hand, you always take opportunity. So it seems the country had given the Kenyan Gen Zs power, but they proved that they could not handle the power for now. So go back to where you are spaces and start coming with agendas that can help the country. Yes. So lastly, as I finish off, I want to pray for you who is watching me, that you have a long life, that you have all your dreams become reality, and you want become rich, and prosperous, not only you, your children, grandchildren, and all your generations. And also pray for myself, I get $1 billion, 100 billion Kenya shillings, so that I can be the biggest technological university here in Kenya and in the world, so that can produce a product that's good for the country and also good for the world, and provide employment for the young people, the young Gen Zs, and also to create future and to train future entrepreneurs. That's what I pray. That's what I pray. Amen. And I also want you to help this channel contribute anything you can afford. So this is the Professor Mahima Show. If you like to send something on the mobile M-Pesa, please send there. +254 769 729327. I repeat again, mobile M-Pesa +254 769 729327. And as I always say, Gwaheri ya kuonana, Gwaheri.